How many inches are you? I mean, how many?
Ripping the damn gauge again.
Right there.
Get it nice and lubed.
Ladies and gentlemen, get to work, Juan.
While we're in here working, man.
Peanut butter jelly boy.
Derby. It's Bluetooth oil.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. We're headed to Arizona this week, and I decided last minute that the ST has gotten no love since we copped this thing.
This thing only has 400 miles. We got it in May, so we definitely need to turn it up. But before we do,
we've had some parts show up over time. I actually ordered this radio back in May. It was on back order. I kept getting emails from Harley. They kept pushing it and pushing it. I just got this radio about a week ago. 4 to 6 months took Harley to ship this out. Legends was kind enough to send out some front cartridges, a rear shock. We got a sissy bar for it, a tuning system from Vance & Hines. We've got a fueling air filter. There's like a whole trunk load of stuff. I haven't put the license plate on it. We haven't done its first oil change, but I want to ride this bike to Arizona. We're leaving tomorrow at 8 a.m. So we have a full laundry list to do. I think it's time actually to write the laundry list on the whiteboard, see what we can get done today. To-dos, goals. All right, so we're gonna put this on the top of the laundry list. I think this is sweet. We happen to get our hands on a FXLR S 2022 gauge. It's been in the works that we are dropping a carbon fiber back single gauge designed originally for the Lowrider S, but we've realized that it works on a majority of the 4-inch Harley-Davidson gauges. We tried it on Juan's Dyna, it worked. Pretty cool. Those of you with a 4-inch gauge, Sportster, Dyna, you'll be able to use that as well. Let's go show them what it's gonna look like.
we're gonna have to swap out this top clamp for the standard top clamp and then get the mount bracket, but it's gonna be up here.
So we're gonna switch to a round gauge, which will be kind of different to this bike, but also looks sweet. We'll show you guys that process, get that done. That is first on the list. Look at how good Jake's handwriting is. That's why he is in design. I think putting a little fresh oil change in it before we go put 1500 on it is wise.
3 holes.
And then one thing that we haven't done yet is Thrashin foot controls. Dude, we did the exhaust. We still have the stalkers. So I want to put the mini floorboards on the bike before we hit the road.
Stock foot pegs are round. You don't have that much space to put your feet on. Not a big fan of them. Mini floorboards should be dialed since this bike kind of like a mini touring bike.
Performance-wise, we're gonna throw on the fueling air cleaner, the breather, and then we're gonna do the tuner. So we're gonna go on the road, might as well throw a good tune on it.
Fueling is
wrong.
spelled different than fuel.
I knew that.
Fueling, the brand, is different because it's a guy's last name, Jim Fueling. Had this thing for 5 months already, still haven't put the license plate on it.
Docking hardware and sissy bar.
Since we have the Legend suspension for the road trip tomorrow, I don't need the sissy bar. I do want the sissy bar because my wife goes on the bike, and if you ever want to ride on the back one. You know, I'd like to put the Legends shock on first and foremost. And if we run into time,
Putting the cartridge front end on.
rear shock, and then once that's done, I would say we try to get the radio on. While we're in it, I guess everyone says this falls off, it's already loose.
Maybe try to put some bubble gum in there too.
That's the list. It is a laundry list. We got about 5 hours till it's the end of the day. Then we got to pack and we got to be on the road tomorrow to ride to Phoenix, Arizona. That's going to be a full day of riding, so I don't want to be here late tonight.
We don't have any of the Thrashin stuff over here.
Let's go grab a little cart and then bug the guys to pick them out for us. Just who we were looking for. Shift arm, black, M8 Softail, black shifter tip.
Look at how
We
fast
got-
they're going.
Jesus Christ, we got a shift arm, shifter tip, mini floorboards, linkage.
All right, and then derby covers. Black points cover.
13 months right now.
Oh shit, well, let's take it.
Black set of passenger P54s.
Thank you, homie.
I think that's everything.
Thanks for your awesome service, dudes. Peanut butter jelly boy.
Grubbin.
Lance is over here.
Looking at memes on Instagram.
The all-new single gauge relocation. The bike normally comes with this digital gauge, which is cool, and we do make the setup for it. As you can see, that's how we've been running it. But we just developed a gauge relocation for the 4-inch Harley-Davidson gauge. I just grabbed Juan's gauge off his Dyna, and if you look at the backside of them, identical. Today we were throwing it on the ST. Hey, I let him test fit the single gauge on my bike and oh, he had to do something here?
No.
Full ripped the gasket.
No, I've taken it off so many times, never ripped it. You put on the rubber once and it ripped.
You guys all know this fool lies, plays jokes. Don't listen to him. So Jake wants to do the hardest job on the list.
I'm trying to knock some stuff off.
I'm actually kind of bummed out that I didn't go and buy the lay flat like I have on all my bikes. That lay flat looks 100 times better than this dork ball. To be legal, we're gonna throw it on, ride to Arizona like this, and I'm gonna order a lay flat ASAP.
So we just swapped out the top clamp. As you can see, it's a standard one now. I took the sheath off. We're gonna swap out the harness. We got this from Gorilla Cables, extended one, but if you wanna do the round gauge, also a Gorilla Cable harness, but it's gonna look like this. Probably put it on the screen or whatever.
How many inches are you? How many?
I can't say that on camera. 22 inches.
Juan truly insists that we film every little nitty gritty piece
Not true.
to this build.
I've used like dish soap to get this to slide on pretty tight.
So are you putting any on it? Or are you gonna rip this one again like you did the last one? See how he just did that? He did that to the other one. He goes, normally I put soap or lube, but this time I'll just do it without it. That's what he's doing right now. He put no lube on the gasket.
We'll put lube on it.
And he's about to tear the only gasket we got. And that is what he did, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Right there. Ripping the damn gauge again.
There's no soap here. What do we use? I don't want to use oil. Speed light.
Anything that kind of like lubes it up.
Anything? Just get a little bit on your fingers and just kind of rub it around like that. Get it nice and lubed. This is also gonna help with setting the orientation of the gauge.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a Lowrider S with a single gauge, or really any bike with a 4-inch single gauge, this gauge relocation will work. Verify that the backside of your gauge looks like this. And these will be available November 10th. They're going live on the site, so if you're watching this and you want one, get ready.
Now we just plug this in. Pin goes downwards.
Yeah.
We do that. There you have it.
The gauge cluster is obviously sealed from the elements. Then there's the rubber gasket, also helps seal it from the elements. And then we also supply you with this sphincter hole grommet. So it's sealed from the elements. This is the bracket that you mount directly to the tree. You can see, or the top clamp, it does mount right there. Turn it either way, depending on how you want it angled. We also supply you with this extension if you wanted your gauge to be higher, if you wanted your gauge to be further away or lower, you can articulate it. And then we also do sell an even longer one of these that would allow you to rotate this mount to the front of your bars, somewhere right there if you wanted. But I'm personally going to run it right here on my risers.
Are we flipping it? Yes or no? Make the call. You're riding this.
It looks good. Rider POV, this is my head. But honestly, that inch right there that you can see this, I think we could lower it and you're still gonna get full gauge view and it'll be clear.
I just put it this way because you always say something about needing an extra inch or something.
Yeah,
so I
flip it. Let's try again.
Mount it this way so we can see if he likes it. Scratching my shit. Look, bro. Look, straight scratch the gauge, strip the bolt. Look, we're doing this the right way, not the fast way, okay?
I started messing around with this ring and I literally finagled it a little bit and it did just fall off. So it has these like baby little clips that would hold it on. Wow, that is weak. So that's all that holds it on, and you just turn it once. I mean, I could glue it on, but then it's kind of stuck on there forever.
Just so it doesn't keep fraying.
Damn it, didn't explode.
Boom. He fired this at us while we're in here working, man.
Yeah.
I had the choice of firing that off or one of these from Wyoming.
You would have had the cops here because neighbors would have think there was gunfire going on.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think, dude? Look at that. I just put the sheath back on it.
This is a used gauge that somebody let us borrow for prototyping. It is already VIN locked to their bike. It will still read RPMs and speed for me, so I will be able to test it, but you will see that it'll say like VIN something, VIN error. We are working on getting one, but right now we're just using this. Look at that, looks sick.
That's sick, dude.
So you can see VIN error, but if I start it.
It's only 4:30. We're trying to finish by 5.
Here we are about to embark on swapping out the foot controls. These stock pegs, stock rubber shifter tip. When you shift with the stock one, it doesn't feel as direct.
Look at how much more floor space you're gonna have, but then also it's gonna sit like that. So look at how much more ground clearance you're gonna get. So the board comes in about an inch. This ends up actually being more performance orientated, but also more comfortable for long rides. You can rest your foot on the back, on the front.
I just assembled the board right out of the box, all made proudly here in the United States. Push this little clip off with a flathead, push this pin out, use the stock Harley spring, put it in our clevis, replace it in the same hole that it was in when you took it apart, put the pin back in, get this clip back in. I may need a set of pliers. That's it. Boom, clips back in. But once the clip's in, I then set the board where I will like it, and I tighten down the hardware with blue Loctite, and you're good to go. Foot peg space to stand on, and now I have that. Much more control and comfort. I had grabbed all black. I just feel like it's just too much black, and we have twice cut fins right here. And I just feel like a chrome shift arm and chrome linkage will go better with a black board and a black shifter tip. Come on.
Oh, dude, that's like you got right on the freaking mic, bro.
Here's the black shift arm. Here's the chrome shift arm. Chrome?
Oh, chrome looks sick.
You haven't even looked at the
Nah,
black.
I don't need to look at, I mean, they both look good, but I think chrome, a little bit of contrast, matches the fans.
Juan, Doggy, and I tag teaming.
This has this
That has a set screw too, but I like to make sure both are locked in.
slightly uphill towards the front. I think that's good.
Yeah, I think I normally like it like that, like not totally level.
Yeah.
So boom, now I have all this place. I'd never ride in these shoes because they're just too soft. I'm just wearing them around the office today, but again, you can kind of ride like this, you can ride like this. It just gives so much more room for comfort, and then when you do want to ride like this, you have full traction. Another rad thing is, right now I'm gonna decide how I want it to feel when I shift. And so with just the turn this, I can lift it up or bring it down and really set it to where, you know, it's right where I'm able to get under it and shift easily and make sure I do a secure shift. Now, again, I know the other shoes that I'm gonna wear when I ride will be a little thicker than these, so I'm gonna bring it up just a tad. Somewhere right there should be fine. Once we snug this all up, the shift arm's not even tight, but once we snug all this up, it's gonna be a real precise shift that gives you a lot of confidence when you're banging gears. Replicated the same angle as the other side, so they feel the same on both sides. One thing that we like to do, or I like to do, it's a preference thing, but I do like my brake pedal to be a little bit above the board. That way, when you press it, you're not having to go past the board to get it down. So Juan, what are we gonna do?
So it's pretty easy to adjust it. This is adjustable, and there's a screw here. I already took this off. Brake looses jam nut here. It's a 9/16. You loosen that, then you take this pin out. Now you could rotate it outward, and then outward is what's going to lift the pedal. So
You have the pedal higher than the board, so if you compress it, you're not going past the board. There we go. Last time the badge one's gonna be on there, the dished one on, but I'm gonna wait till we fill it back up with oil. Because for some odd reason, Juan's been draining the engine and the tranny oil for the last hour while I was doing the foot controls. I go, all right, do you wanna put all the plugs back in? He goes, haven't drained the primary yet. He's like, the plugs are here. I'm like, homie, I know where the plug's at.
it didn't fit all 3 holes in one pan. That was the thing.
It definitely fit all 3 holes in one pan. I've been doing the time is running out. We only have about 3.5 quarts here, and the book calls for 4, I think. So I have to run to the store, grab some more motor oil. When I go, this thing better be ready to be filled up with oil. And at that point, you should almost be ready. You should have the derby cover, points cover ready, and you should be on the air filter cleaner. No
Keep your
sleeping.
tranny oil.
No sleeping.
Where did you
Tranny oil's
keep
right
your
here.
tranny oil? Let's see it.
Ask to go see it. Look, tranny oil. Big twin
That's
transmission.
used. We
it's
need-
not used, bro.
It's open.
No, it's just been lifted. It's
Okay,
old.
this whole thing.
I got this for free from Bellray when I used to ride freestyle motocross, so it's at least 8 years old.
All right, it's gonna work real good.
Primary, Maxima, B-twin. Get to work, Juan.
All right, Lance is gone.
Now we're making progress.
Now we're making progress. What happened to the funnel?
It's dirty.
Derby's going on.
Yep.
Primary's filled.
Oh yeah, let's not forget. Didn't Cody?
That was me.
What happened, bro?
I don't know. I just like forgot and I like went around the block and then I realized.
Nothing.
Oh shit, I didn't.
Bro. She's all ready to rock. Boom.
Oh, board's
Boom.
done. Linkage done. Clever.
Derby and did points too.
Done.
Boom. On to the intake. Before Lance comes back. See, we get a bunch of shit done when you leave. All right, so our friends over at Fueling sent us this air cleaner, breathers, it's all billet, has this nice filter. I think. Phew. Well, just doing the final tightening of the bolts. Put Loctite on these. And then this has the external breathers. So we just need to put the hoses on and then tighten the filters. There, we finished the breather hoses. You can see them here. Kind of cleaned them up, hid them so you can't really see them. And they run underneath. And then we have the breathers down there. Air cleaner, Lance is still not here.
Yeah, where's he at?
Full is tripping. All right. There it is, an UFP4. So all we do is gotta plug it in here. And we're gonna fire this up and look for the right map. Oh, where's the key?
Oh, did Lance take it with him?
No.
Yes, one.
Do you have the keys to the bike?
They're in the saddlebag.
Oh, okay, in the saddlebag. Look.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Oh, it was a harness. We need to make sure everything's plugged in the harness. Uploading the new map to it. Should be ready to rock soon.
Can we start it with no oil?
This doesn't need to stay in there. You can unplug it. He decided to show up.
Whoa!
I brought the goods.
Oh, where'd you go?
I brought the goods. I bought 7 bottles of
We only
the
needed
oil.
one.
I know. I went to 7 stores to get 7. That way we can have more for next time, bro.
What the-
I heard it, and I was like, I didn't know we had extras of those.
Coming out.
You got the bottom one loosened. Look, Lance shows up, drops off the oil,
And he's
and
gone.
leaves. He's been gone for like 30 minutes.
Did he put the oil in?
No. Where's the new one? Oh, that's way nicer. Look at that, all billet. Look at that. Looks way gnarlier. Much installed. All right, Jake Dog, do the honors. Scratch it off.
Oh.
If he was here, we could have gotten a couple more done, but it was basically you and I that did all the work. So
Basically you.
And whatever your point A to point B is, stick with that number. So this is 14.25. I would have my helmet. I'd probably have my chick on the back. So I would rather have much weight as you can. Now you just measure it. It only went down a ½ inch.
Yeah, because it was at 14.25.
Yeah.
Now we're at 13.75.
So we needed to go down more.
Yeah. We went 2 and it gave us 1/8 of an inch.
Okay, so I would go another 2.
Yeah, but I'm also gonna load the bags up. I'm gonna have my helmet on. So I would say there's still gonna be another 40 to 50 pounds like all together. So I think it's good.
It's like a little bit at 13.5. Right?
It's 6 o'clock. We conquered a lot. I wasn't here for some of it, but as a team, we conquered a
Most of it.
lot. But we are not gonna get to the radio, the Legends front cartridges, the sissy bar, the passenger pegs. So my quick and easy fix is that this bike came with about a 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch more room to lower the forks to get a little bit more ground clearance. So I am gonna do that before we go on our trip. And that should help a little bit with, again, ground clearance, cornering. It's not as good as the cartridges would be, but it's gonna do for the night. 5 hours of work.
Bro, it was like 7.
No, dude, it's not bad.
Yeah, we got a good amount done, but that just means we're gonna have to have another build.
Yeah, we'll get it done. Look at that, dude. Look how good that came out.
Ah, looks sick, dude.
Rider's point of view.
I like the shift arm and chrome.
Carbon fiber looks killer. I'm gonna see this fueling air filter looks sick with the velocity stack inside. Good.
Homie, that throttle response is better, but I didn't really get on it because I'm still letting it warm up and I want to check the oil. But the gauges look sick. I'll just wipe it totally clean, but it doesn't look like there was anything on there. And it says full hot Jiffy stand. Pull it out, and it's straight up not even touching.
It's Bluetooth oil.
Oh my God.
It's 4.
You think we should add a full quart? It says add quart.
I mean, it seems like a lot.
But it is a 5-quart engine. And we did 4. So I'll grab a full quart. Okay. But they told me to put 4 in and check.
Maybe we'll do 3/4 of this one and check, or you just
You can always add more. It's harder to take it out.
reading
But it's
something?
reading low. Can you see that? I think it's perfect. All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. We just got done working on the ST, and I am super stoked. One, for Juan's help for getting this done. Thank you, Juan. But look at how good the single gauge looks with the carbon. And down to the mini floorboards we threw on today. The fueling air filter almost blew right past that. Look how sick that thing looks. We tuned it with the Vance & Hines fuel pack, adjustable shift linkage, shift arm, shifter tip, mini floorboard, derby cover. I pulled off the reflectors. That was a pain in the butt getting the glue off of there. Oh, we threw a shock on it?
Yeah.
Those are a couple of the things that we're gonna get to experience when we hit the road tomorrow and head to Phoenix, Arizona, around 500 miles from Los Angeles. I'm gonna be riding the ST.
Riding the bagger, we're gonna be matching black on black, so that'll be cool.
So 2022 baby bagger, full-size bagger, hitting the road. Thank you guys for tuning in. The ride from LA to Phoenix will be going live this Tuesday at 4 p.m. So tune in, check it out, follow along.
See you later. He looks good, dude.